All right, so we're making our way up the old Mine to Market Road, which is now a four-wheel drive road and trail, I guess, if you will. And the first thing we're going to see is the old bunkhouse here coming into view. So just a little background on Copper City. So in 1906, a sawmill was constructed to manufacture timber for the development of Copper City, and by 1907, claims located near the top of Miners Ridge were incorporated as the Summit Mining Company with a gentleman by the name of Dan Sinclair as president. So we'll give you more information as we go, but we're going to take a quick walk around the bunkhouse here. And push through our little brush area here. All right, so we're coming around to the back side of the bunkhouse. So I want to say it was probably sometime in the late 90s, possibly into the 2000s, that this bunkhouse was still standing. I don't exactly remember from photos I've seen what year it actually collapsed, but you know, we can find that out and put it down below. So if we walk down behind the bunkhouse, there's a trail down here. And back here was where the outhouse and whatnot for the bunkhouse was. And as you kind of go back into the woods here, there's a couple things down here, or at least one. There's this old stove, which sits right here. So we're headed back up the trail from the stove and where the outhouse was. And we'll take a view inside of what is left of the structure here. And then we'll head back over to the front side, and then we'll take a look at the old mill area. So we're headed out towards where the mill site was. I've been out here a couple of times, and it is a little different than the previous visits. They've put up a fence and an interpretive sign around the mill, which never used to be here. So we're coming up on that fence and interpretive sign. So if my history's correct, this mill was a 50-ton mill, and it was put in 1934. There is again, the interpretive sign that's here. And this is what the mill would have looked like. That sat right out through here. So obviously they did not like people climbing out on the mill site, so they put this split cedar fence up. Not that it will keep you out of the mill site, but we're going to take a walk to the top and see if we can get a better view. There's a lot of brush obstructing some of the few features of the mill that are still here. So we'll take a quick walk up there and see if we can get a better view. A little higher on the mill where there is no fence. There was a trail that kind of wrapped around, so I don't feel like we're doing anything we shouldn't be doing. And you can see what timbers remain from the mill site here. And this mill had gravity mill properties where it was staggered on multi-level tier to let gravity do the work as far as when they were processing ore and having the different materials move down the mill as they went through their refining process. Kind of see a little bit of the wooden structure that's still here. So now we are looking down the mill site. Additional information on this area. The copper mining group, which totaled 42 claims, were located in 1906, and they produced roughly the following amounts of minerals according to the Bureau of Mines. So in 1917, 5 tons of ore containing 34 ounces of silver per ton, and 1,486 pounds of copper. And in 1938, 150 tons containing 1 ounce of gold and 99 ounces of silver and 4,300 pounds of copper. And then, of course, this area produced up into the late 40s, when, and I believe it was around 1948, everything was pulled out of here and the whole area was shut down, and Copper City and the mines ceased to exist for the most part. So we'll kind of go back to where we came in on this side trail. Take one last look. You can see down to the bottom of the mill site. The city did have numerous structures, multiple cabins, some up higher, closer to Miners Ridge. I believe there was a cookhouse and some other structures out here, none of which remain today. Just the mill remnants and the bunkhouse structure that you saw on the way in is really all that remains. The mines that were down here, for the lowers, those were collapsed or closed long ago. The mines on Miners Ridge, the majority of those are also closed and collapsed. So we're not going to head up there today. There is a cabin site up there called the Clara Cabin, which hopefully maybe one day we'll come back up and just do that site. It's got some interesting history behind it and a story. So we'll save that for another day. But we're going to make our way back across the field from the mill site over to where the bunkhouse is. We just want to say thanks for coming along with us on this trip to Copper City. We appreciate having you along. We hope you like this video. Again, please subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And we appreciate all you guys and look forward to seeing you again real soon.